Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. Happy New Year. Welcome to your first live of 2026. And we're going to kick things off with a success story. I really want to talk to you guys about revision because someone requested that I make a new video, like completely going in depth about revision, which I will do, but I really want to share this success story with you guys because it was a success story that really shows how when there is no movement, there is always movement. How even when things are looking like they're not working out for you, they are working out for you. And how sometimes things not working out for you are leading you to more fulfillment. Okay, so we're going to talk about that today. Um, I haven't seen you guys in a bit, so I'll have some time for you guys to ask questions and things as well, because the success story is not going to take that long. But yeah, if you're new here, welcome. I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. So if you're into any of those topics, I'd love to have you be a part of the channel. I do have ways that I can help you. 3D Mastery is now starting on the 6th, so it's starting next Tuesday. So you only have a few more days to sign up. I would love to have you guys in there. You can get your ticket and secure your spot in a link in the description, as well as work with me one-on-one if you choose. And that is also in the description, okay? Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. I had 2 sessions to kick off the new year, and both of them were just so amazing and such beautiful energy, like such an honor to talk with both of them. And I feel like it's just like, I mean, I intended for that. I was like, it's the new year. Like these sessions have to be amazing. And they were. So yeah, we're just starting off with new, fresh energy like we always are. It's funny. People ask like, what about your New Year's resolution? And I'm like, I don't do a New Year's resolution. I'm not going to wait for a new year to resolve to do anything. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Okay. So hello, Nish. Hi, Mocha Drop. Hi, Nia. Hi, Ash Lily. Hi, Tierra. Hi, Sand. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Carisha. Hi, Reality Got Fested. Hey, Eva. Hey, Nard. Hey, Yaya. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Aubrey. Hey, Luffy. All right, guys. Let's get into the success story. Okay. So hi, Aladdin. Hi, Miranda. Okay. Hi, Ty. Happy New Year, everybody, guys. Oh my gosh, Carisha. I'm currently at the casino and just won $1,500. I never won money before more over this amount. That's amazing. Congratulations, Carisha. Of course you did. You're a goddess. Makes perfect sense to me. You feel me? All right, you guys. Okay, so let's start. Let's talk about the success story. Okay. So, all right. So this client came to me upset because she was about to be evicted, or she was in the process of being evicted. Okay. And so she obviously was trying to manifest staying in her home. And she had a lot of ways that she could go about that, obviously, right? She could just move, or she could stay there or whatever, but she kept having the feeling of, I should stay here. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like I should stay in this house, right? And I feel like I should manifest staying in this house. So the entire time, that's what we're manifesting, right? That's what we're focused on, is her staying in the house and everything like that. Now, this is going on over months. And basically what's happening is that the eviction just keeps getting pushed out, right? The eviction keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And but she's not getting the solidify of, you can stay here, right? And so something actually happens where, I'm not going to go into details, obviously, but something happens where her daughter needs her, right? Her daughter is going through a, difficult situation and needs her mom, right? And her daughter ends up having to move from where she is and is getting stationed like in another place where she can, another state. And my client, now, before I even get into that with the daughter, right? the daughter was actually an SP of hers, okay, because she wasn't as close to her daughter anymore. And her daughter had two children that she wasn't even really in their lives. She wasn't in the lives of her grandchildren. And so she was also manifesting being close with this daughter, right? And being in her grandchildren's lives and everything like that. So it ends up working out where the daughter is in a situation where she has to move, right? And so, and my client is obviously in a situation where she has to move. So now her daughter leaves where she is and comes to stay with my client. Now she's living with her daughter and with her grandchildren in a new home. Even when she moved to the new state, or she's still in the process. She might be moved there by now, but she's moving states. So she's like, trying to apply for houses and all these things. And she's like, my credit is not up to par. I don't feel like I have the money that I need to have. And, all of these things. And she's telling me like, I want this place. I don't know that I'm going to get it. I'm like, girl, you already got it. It's already yours. It's done. And she gets approved for a beautiful home that is the exact amount of 4 bedrooms like she wanted. Beautiful home, beautiful area. Even the area that she wanted to move into initially, like the area of the state that she wanted to move in initially, they found a house somewhere else, or her daughter got stationed in another city or something like that. But it ended up that the city that she got stationed in was actually better for her. It was more her speed. Even the temperature was more mild, more better for what she would have wanted. Okay. So I was so excited about this success story because for us, that's just like a 5-minute little story that like, that's nice. That's amazing. But for her, right, for months, she's being faced with, oh my gosh, like I'm being evicted. I'm not going to have a home, right? She was staying with her brother at the time. And he was like, he's not a manifestor. So he was like, I'm about to go get a place. Like, I don't know what you're doing staying in this house. You know what I'm saying? But everything ended up working out perfectly for her. Right? Because had she moved, had she gotten into another lease, right? She wouldn't have been able to be there for her daughter when her daughter needed her, right? She wouldn't have been able to move states if she had gotten another place or moved out when she shouldn't have, right? And so even though at the moment, the current desire seemed like what I really want and need is for this place to be in this place. I remember her telling me, I don't even know why. It wasn't like she was like attached to the place and she just loved the place so much. She just had the intuitive feeling that this is where I need to be. Okay. This is where I need to be for right now. And it was the perfect place for her to be. Okay. It was the perfect place for her to be, for her desires to be met. Okay. So I'm saying this, you guys, because there was no movement, okay? It wasn't like, oh, she knew that this was going to work out or knew anything, okay? She was simply having faith and trusting her intuition, and it was critical. Those of you who have been faced with an eviction know how critical that is, how discouraging and scary that is, right? And how it can make you, really doubt and not trust in your power. But what I really wanted to share this story with you guys for, especially at the beginning of the year, where we can be dead ass for real. Some people are not coming into the year feeling powerful or feeling encouraged. Some people are coming into the year like, I didn't get what I wanted last year. And why didn't I get what I wanted last year? And I don't know why it's not working out for me. But this is the thing, you guys, it's always working out for you. That's the thing. It's always working out for you. And I know us in the law of assumption, a lot of us, some even hearing this story would be like, well, I would have wanted to just be able to stay in the house and I want everything exactly the way that I want it to be, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, I'm going to beat that ass for real with you, you're shortchanging yourself. You see what I'm saying? By you trying to force what you think is the best thing to happen, you don't know what the best thing to happen for you is, right? You don't. If you think about what you thought the best thing was for you 3 years ago, was it the best thing for you? Even last year, was it the best thing for you? Or was it what you could perceive for yourself at the moment? You see what I'm saying? And for my client, she didn't know that things were working behind the scenes. She didn't even know that her daughter was in the situation that her daughter was in. You know what I'm saying? That she would be needing help or would need her to be with her grandkids, right? Like, she couldn't know those things. All she knew was, I feel like I should stay in this house. But for some reason, it's not solidifying for me to stay in this house. I'm not getting kicked out, but I'm not getting the okay to stay here forever, right? To stay and not have to move. And it's because it was already done. Her other desire of being close to her daughter and being close with her grandchildren was already in the process of being fulfilled in both of them coming together, of her having a home and being with her daughter. Okay? So it's always working out, you guys. And this is why I tell you guys, just trust. If you can take anything into your 2026 with 26 likes on the board, okay? Trust. Because things don't always look the way that you think it's gonna look, y'all. Honestly, they rarely do, okay? They rarely do, especially when you get into manifesting and you actually allow the magic to lead, right? It rarely looks the way that you think it's gonna look. And so if at every moment you're like, this doesn't look right, this doesn't look right, I must not be getting what I want, right? You're doing yourself a disservice. It's funny because my client, she was saying, back when all this was going on, I really could not see the way. Like, I remember when her brother moved out, they were staying in a house, and the plan was for her and her brother to stay in the home. And her brother was like, look, like, I'm getting out of here. Like, I'm going to get my own place. And she was like, how could this work out with my brother not being here anymore? That's what I want. That's my desire. Right. And she's like, just from that perspective, I could not see how it would work out. But guess what actually happened? She got to go stay with her brother rent free until she was ready to move in with her daughter and her grandchildren and start a whole new life. Okay? Start a whole new life. All right? So trust, you guys. Trust that your end is. This is what I mean when I say your end is inevitable. It's not. Stop seeing it as a probability and be open, because what you're looking for at all times is the inner experience, you guys. It's the inner experience. Would she be happy being there with her brother and her still being apart from her daughter and not really being able to be around her grandkids? No, that wasn't her full desire, because it was already planned out for every one of her desires to be met. You see what I'm saying? So when you know that the experience, what you're looking for is the inner experience, you won't be so concerned with the outward way. Okay? You'll be open because you know that, you know what? The experience is what I'm looking for anyway. The feeling is what I'm looking for anyway. Me feeling incredible, me feeling overjoyed, me feeling fulfilled, me feeling amazing, me feeling like, dang, I got exactly what I wanted. That's the feeling that I'm looking for. And let it unfold, right? Let it unfold in the best way possible. And knowing, this is the thing, you guys, this is another reason why these are the two reasons why I don't care about 3D, a few more reasons actually. But number one, I'm knowing that no matter what, it's giving me what I want, because what I want is an inner experience. Okay. So no matter what, I'm getting what I want. Number two, if it's an inner experience that I want, not an outer experience, I don't have to delay my inner experience waiting on the outer experience. Okay. I was talking about this with a client today. Like, we literally, you guys, like you decide that, okay, I really want this thing so I can be fulfilled. So I'm going to be unfulfilled all up until I get this thing. How does that make sense? So you're choosing to take however long this thing takes to manifest for you to be in unfulfillment so this thing can give you fulfillment, when you have the ability to give yourself fulfillment at any moment, because fulfillment is an inner experience, right? So why do it that way? If you know, like, this is why I'm not worried about the 3D, because I know that the 3D is only going to delight me, period. It's only going to delight me. It's like, let's say you are married and your husband knows you so well that he always takes you on the best dates ever. He never tells you where. He never tells you where you're going. He just says, you're going to love it. Here's how you need to dress. And you know you're going to love it. Would you be like, well, I need to know. What dinner, what restaurant is it? What vacation spot? What activity? I need to know. You don't need to know. You know you're going to love it because you know that he knows you. You know that he only plans the best things for you. Okay? This is the same type of trust that you can have on your desire, on everything. I know it's going to delight me. I know it's going to give me the experience that I want. So let that unfold, and it stops you from having to micromanage. Now, listen, this is the thing. I'm not telling you what to do. If you enjoy micromanaging your life and being mad at every single thing that unfolds in 3D that doesn't look the way you think it should look, then continue to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to tell you not to do something that you want to do. If you're like, no, I like things to go exactly the way that I want it because I think that I know better than the all knowing, omnipotent, intelligence that's galactifying the galaxies. I, you know, there's nothing wrong with that because the thing is, honestly, you guys, it's all in favor of you. If you being a specific creator is good for you too. It serves you too. It teaches you to hone your skills and refine your skill, but don't trade your fulfillment. Keep trusting no matter what. That's it. Keep accepting your desire as done. And this client that I'm talking about, she was shaky sometimes. So it's not about being perfection. It's not about being perfect, right? It's just about continuing as much as you can to trust that it's done and being open to what exactly that looks like, you guys, okay? Not being closed off that it must look like this, okay? Let it look how it looks. And this when I'm teaching like this, you guys, because again, I'm never going to tell you you can't get what you want. You can't have it specifically what you want. I'm not telling you that. But what I'm telling you is, like I said, a lot of you guys are living in the state of unfulfillment and lack because you're waiting on a specific thing to happen when you could be in fulfillment all day long. Instead of making it contingent on this thing manifesting, you can just choose fulfillment in this moment right now and trust that it's unfolding. Okay? All right. So you guys can ask some questions if you'd like. Mhm. Thank you, Aubrey. Wow. Your confidence and life story encouraged me to create my own channel. I've been in the background from my new account. Love and appreciate you, Olivia. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'd love to subscribe to you. Is this your channel name? Infinite You Mystery. Infinite You Mystery. If that's your channel, let me know. And everybody subscribe. How? Pretty kitty. How what? Not that it matters. Happy New Year, Ashley. Beautiful. I love you. Yes, your end is not a problem to be solved. I love that. Yes. Okay, here's a question. How do you navigate your friends and family asking questions about you and your SP? As of now, only a few people know we're in separation. I don't want other people's energy on it while manifesting. Okay, I feel that. This is the thing, you guys. Number one, you're not obligated to tell anybody anything. Okay? You can literally simply say, I don't want to talk about it. Like nobody has to be in your business. You know what I'm saying? Just say, I don't want to talk about it. We're working through things. Just I suggest being very general, if anything at all. Me personally, I'm not telling nobody my business. Okay? Like, but that's just me. But be general about it. But again, can't tell you what to do, but I don't suggest lying, you guys. I think saying, oh yeah, me and SP are happily married and engaged, and you're not in contact in 6 months, that's it's fine to do in your head, you guys, but when you start telling people that, it's giving psychotic a little bit, okay? Because like now you're opening a door for people to people are going to take your word. Oh wow, you're engaged, so when's the wedding? Well, what are you planning and what's this and what? And you have to keep up with that. You see now you got other pressure of, okay, so-and-so is telling me, hey, bring your fiance here, but I haven't even talked to him. And now there's more pressure for me to manifest him because you don't need to do that. Okay. It literally doesn't matter. Number one, it doesn't matter what you say. Number two, don't worry about other people's energy. Nobody's energy has power over your energy. Okay. But just be private. You know what? Oh, we're fine. Or you can say, we're working through things. Or you can say, it's, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it. Leave me alone. Okay. All right. Olivia, my SP and I are currently separated. She ended things. I already asked you about this, but I keep fluctuating between emotions, crying, missing her, but then detached and not giving a fuck. And that's okay, Nard. Okay. That's normal. You know, it makes sense. You broke, you know, that's like, let's not pretend that we are robots. We're gods, not robots. Okay. And we're gods having a human experience. So we're going to have human emotions. You're going to feel sad sometimes. You're going to cry sometimes, you know, and that's okay. All it is you staying in your end, right? If your end is we're back together and happy together, then that's that. This is the thing. Once again, do not make your end conditional. Don't say, oh, well, I'm feeling good, so my end is happening. Or, oh, I'm feeling bad, so my end is not happening. Your end is happening. Your end is done. However you need to feel or process through that, let yourself feel and process through that. That's it. And honestly, Nard, I didn't even really read that. All I read was that you and your girl spent New Year's together and you had a New Year's kiss and she was like, oh my God, I'm more in love with you than ever. And that's really all I read. What are tips we can do mentally when we see no movement or things look like they are going wrong? Trust, 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 trust. Y'all, did you hear the story? Okay. Because this is the thing, y'all. I don't give one single fuck about movement, and neither do you. Who cares about movement? You don't want movement. You want what you want. So decide you have it and don't decide otherwise. That's literally it. And when you do decide otherwise, decide again. Like your question is literally answered in the success story. Things looked like they were going wrong the entire time. Even I, as the coach, like me as the coach, you guys, when you're my client, I'm always manifesting for you. So anything you're telling me that's not you saying, oh, I got what I want, I'm revising that. I'm like, no, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Nope, it is. Actually, she did. But obviously, I think about my clients, especially when it's something like that, like your home. You know, I'm thinking too, like, damn, you know, like, shit, she hasn't gotten, she's emailing me. She's telling me she hasn't gotten it. But I'm keeping my awareness on, yes, she did. It already worked out for her. That's it. That's it. That's all you have time and attention to think about. But things did not look good, y'all. They didn't look good until they were good. Okay. And this was over a period of months. All right. It wasn't just, oh, a couple weeks of her being scared. No, this is months of her worried. Okay. And it still worked out. This is the thing, you guys. You cannot let what you're deciding is real or true or gonna happen based off what it looks like. Okay. What it looks like has nothing to do with anything. What it looks like is just what it looks like. It doesn't matter. If your end is what it is, then what does it matter? Right? You guys hear me talk about Christmas. When Christmas is coming, it was freaking 70 degrees in Atlanta on Christmas. That don't feel like Christmas, look like Christmas, seem like Christmas, yet here it was. It's not contingent on anything. It's just coming. That's just it. And when you look at your desire like that, you won't be concerned about movement or what things look like. You will be knowing, like, your concern is not like, y'all, listen to me. As long as your concern is in the 3D, you're always going to be a slave to the 3D. Period. Always. You're always going to be, yes, master, to the 3D. Oh, wow. 3D, you don't look how I want. Yes, master, I'm not getting what I want. Oh, 3D, you didn't manifest what I want yet. Oh, yes, master, I guess I'm not powerful. And you're going to be like that and be like begging 3D for power. When 3D is looking at you like, I'm a hologram. I don't have shit for you. Okay? Like, no. You have to understand that your task is inner fulfillment. Your task is not the 3D. It's not. Your task is inner fulfillment. And the inner fulfillment takes care of the outer fulfillment. That's it. All right? I even asked myself, why did I settle for breadcrumbs? It's like anger a little bit. So I don't know how to move forward. I send love, still want her, but I'm less sad about it because I deserved better. Well, good. I'm glad. It's good that you recognize that, Nard. And I would say to focus on how you want to feel instead of focusing on this person, because this is the thing, Nard. You just said something very powerful. Wow. Even when I was with her, I wasn't getting what I wanted. Do you hear me, SP people? Even when I was with them, I wasn't getting what I wanted, which is what? For them to be like this and be like that and be like that. And it's not even that. It's for you to feel away. You want to feel away. And you didn't feel like it in the relationship. So the relationship left. And now you're like, oh, the relationship left. I must need that back to get that feeling that I had. What feeling that you had? You didn't have it. Because it's an inner experience that you can give to yourself. What do you want to feel? Stop making it contingent on this person. Okay, y'all, listen to me. As far as your SPs and your relationship, not even just manifesting the SP, but having a healthy relationship, you cannot have what you think about you contingent on what they're doing or not doing. You have to be solid in who you know that you are. Who you know that you are. What experience do you want to have in love, Nard? What experience do you want to have in love? And who is the version of you that gets that? Focus on that instead of how do I get this person back so that I can have a temporary feeling of fulfillment and then continue to look at them for validation on what I need and who I am and am I loved enough? Let them be where they at. So you can give that to yourself and know yourself as someone who deserves the absolute best, someone who receives the absolute best, and let her rise to that. You feel weird about it because you've already risen in your self-concept, Nard. That's why you're looking like, why am I begging for breadcrumbs? Why would you as a God? Why would you do that? Answer me that. Riddle me that. Why would you as a God beg for breadcrumbs from anybody? Hope and pray for breadcrumbs? I don't know. Dearest Olivia, I've manifested my SP for my birthday, Christmas, and New Year, but it wasn't as fulfilling as I wanted. What can be the reason? Everything I just said. Look, y'all, they saying it, not me. I just said this. I didn't even read that comment, you guys. I'm telling you, you want an inner experience, okay? Let's say you want to feel wanted. You want to feel wanted. And you believe that if I had my SP, I would feel wanted. But that's not true. You will have your SP. You might feel wanted the moment that they say, oh, I love you again and I want to be with you. And then you will be searching for, am I wanted in their behavior for the entire relationship? And you won't find it even when they do it. They could write you a love letter every morning. I love you. You're amazing. I want you so much. You look at the love letter like, are they love bombing me? I don't know if this is real. Because you don't identify as wanted. So when you don't identify as something, guys, it's not just about, oh, self-concept. Why do I need self-concept? It's because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a way to feel about yourself. That's why there's nothing to change but self. And guess what? You could feel wanted single and in a relationship, and you could feel unwanted single and in a relationship, and it doesn't matter. The only thing is when you're in a relationship, now you have somebody that you have elected and decided is responsible for making you feel wanted. And so everything's their fault and all the power is in them. And that's why you're like on YouTube, like, okay, how do I get subliminal to make SP obsessed with me? You know what I'm saying? It's an inner experience that you want. Eva, think about what do I want to feel? Instead of who do I want here with me? What do I want to feel? How do I want to feel in my relationship? How do I want to be loved? How do I want to feel about myself? That's what it all comes down to. How do I want to feel about myself? I want to feel important. I want to feel chosen. I want to feel prioritized. I want to feel adored. I want to feel irreplaceable. And then give those feelings to yourself, and your SP will automatically reflect he probably doing whatever he's doing already. And you'll be able to receive it and feel it then, okay? All right. I posted a while ago, I won the lottery for millions. I know it seemed like I was trolling, but I was literally giving a success story ahead of time. I'm still persisting in that story and I won't stop. Good. And really, this is not ahead of time. It's in the now. Okay, what if your manifestation is hit and miss, ups and downs? Is it because of forgetting to feel the end result? It could be your state. It could be a lot of things. That's kind of general. It could be a lot of reasons why you're hit or miss. But what I will tell you guys is stop worrying about the misses. Okay? You got so this is one of the kind of like hidden things that hinder people is they're like, yeah, well, I did manifest $5,000 and I manifested my new car and I manifested my boyfriend. But the other day I was trying to manifest my boss to give me a compliment and they didn't. So I don't think I'm really a good manifester. And it's like, what? You're literally choosing to X out all the things that show you are a good manifester to focus on why you're not. It doesn't benefit you guys, like y'all. And honestly, I learned this from experience because I used to do the same thing. Manifest all these things and be like, but I didn't manifest this, so obviously I'm not good. What? Your focus, your attention, you guys, where you're focusing your attention, even on success and failure, is creating your experience. So when your focus is all consumed with, why do I keep failing? What's that sound like, right? An affirmation. Why do I keep failing? How come it didn't work out for me? Why did I do that wrong? What is your brain doing? Searching like, oh, well, why are you a failure? Oh, well, why don't you get what you want? Oh yeah, that's a good question. How come it doesn't work out for you? It's irrelevant. If any time I'm realizing, oh, I didn't get what I want, if I still want it, if it's that important to me, then yes, I did. And if not, then I'm not even worried about it. I'm on to the next thing. Okay. How do I heal the fear of being cheated on? I feel like I need the 3D reassurance. Okay. So when you're fearful of being cheated on, it usually comes from like an insecurity. It's coming from the core belief of I'm not chosen or I'm not good enough, right? I'm not good enough. Like maybe I'm good enough to be with, but not good enough to be the only one. You know, they're going to have to go get it somewhere else. It could also just be your beliefs about men or women or whoever it is that you date, right? Men are all cheaters or women are all cheaters or whatever it is, right? And when you understand that your inner experience is giving your outer experience, okay? So it's not like you feel like you need the 3D reassurance, but there's no amount of reassurance that you could get, right? You could have your man's location. He could text you every hour on the hour, and you would still be like, but what's he doing in between those hours on the hour? And yeah, that's his location, but what if he just dropped his phone off over there and he really drove over somewhere else? Because the experience of mistrust and of I'm going to be betrayed and I'm not good enough and this bad thing is going to happen to me is going to create, it's going to perpetuate those thoughts. So this is the first thing, because the illusion is, well, if I could get enough reassurance in 3D, and society perpetuates this, if I could get enough reassurance in 3D, then I won't be afraid that he's going to cheat on me. And that's not true. There's nothing that he can really do to convince you that he's not going to cheat on you. It's you deciding that I'm so amazing and magnificent. Of course, I'm good enough. Of course, I'm the only one. It's you seeing yourself as the best. I'm the best. Nobody even compares to me. He can't even look at another woman. Why would he look at another woman when he has a literal goddess? Okay. All of that comes from insecurity and honestly societal programming. And so really deciding again, remember that you're choosing your experience. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing which version of self that you're being. Choose the version of self that everyone is automatically devoted to you. They wouldn't even dream about cheating on you. They don't even think about cheating on you. Like that's just not a thing but those thoughts, right? Everybody's devoted to you. They wouldn't even dream of cheating on you. Those things will not land in an insecure concept, right? An insecure self-concept is going to be like, well, of course they're going to cheat on me. Well, of course they are. There's so many beautiful women in the world and there's so many other people out there. Well, of course they will, right? So it's really important that you're wondering how you're framing yourself first and foremost. Right? When you see yourself as the best, well, then it makes sense that nobody would want anybody but you, right? When you're seeing yourself as just another girl or just another option, well, then it makes sense that you would be cheated on. You see what I'm saying? Like create the identity that matches the experience that you want to have, okay? My old SP hasn't contacted me in a long time. I found a new SP, but he's in a relationship. How can I flip the story to my advantage? What do you want? What do you want? You want to be chosen. You want to be chosen. Decide that you're chosen. Stop making it conditional on these people, y'all. Okay? I just claim I am the identity of someone that always experiences best case scenario of everything in my life. I freaking love that. Sometimes when I think I'm going to be a success story, I get excuse me, no, you won't. You won't get it. That is just old awareness. All right, guys. So this is what I want you to understand, you guys. You got to know that. I'm sorry. The way that this is being presented to me is funny. But basically, your mind can be an op. I don't want to say your mind is an op because obviously we wouldn't want to condition our mind that way. But you got to know that your mind can appear to be an op because your mind is making decisions off of statistics and logic. It's making decisions off of the past. It's making decisions off of the yesterday that doesn't even exist. It's making decisions based off of who you've been thinking you are your whole life, which is why revision is so powerful. Okay. So it's gonna say that, y'all. This is the thing, y'all. Please understand that yes, your mind is gonna oppose you. So what? Okay? It doesn't matter. If you tell your child, go to bed, and they say, no, mom, I'm still playing video games, is that the end of the conversation? No. Stop letting it be the end, you guys. It's fine. Don't let doubt be a problem. Let doubt be, I won't even say a friend, but just know that it's that. That's just how you are, doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how you are. You know that friend that's just, maybe, I don't know, they pessimistic. Or even, you know what, better yet, you know that friend that turns up on any occasion, like anything happened, they turning up. That's the first thing they gonna do is turn up. They don't care. They're not considering, they're not thinking, they're not pausing, they're not reflecting, they turning up. But you know that's your friend. You're like, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. you know? Woody like throw it off. Like Woody like take medicine. you know? You just know that. And so you're not concerned about it. That's just how they are. You see what I'm saying? That's just the brain. The brain just gonna do that. Okay, and your logical mind is gonna be there. Okay? But you have to be the one that decides again. You have to choose again. You realize that, you know what, logical mind? It makes sense that you would say that. It makes sense that you would say, no, you won't be a success story. You won't get that because you're trying to protect me. You're just wanting me to feel safe. And even though for you, safety equals limitation, you just want me to be safe. You don't want me to get my hopes up. You don't want me to think that things could be too good and be disappointed. And I totally get that and appreciate that. However, I am the operant power. You have to be reminding yourself who you are constantly, you guys, constantly, especially when you're thinking about getting what you want. You can't be thinking about it from the Muggle perspective. Y'all see I got my my Hogwarts shirt on today? All right? You can't be thinking about it from the Muggle perspective. The Muggles only know failure. Come on. Muggles live a life of failure, failure, failure. Maybe there's one day if something great happens to me, and then there's more failure, and that's just Muggle living. But and that's what your brain expects, but you're not living in that anymore. And you have to remind yourself, I'm not living in that anymore. Understand, and also relinquishing yourself from the past, you guys. When your brain is talking that failure shit to you, it's because it's looking in the past and identifying you with all the past failures. It's like, but look, you tried to manifest a yellow pencil yesterday and it was blue, so I don't think you're really gonna get this thing. It don't matter. Realize that, you know what, that past doesn't even belong to me. That past is one out of infinity. That I'm actually the chooser of my past, the chooser of my present, the chooser of my seeming future when all of it's really right now. So I don't really have to pick up the story that I don't get what I want. In fact, I can decide that I always get what I want. I've always gotten what I want. That's the way it's always been for me, period. Okay? Do you have any advice on how to fix failure consciousness? I know you mentioned to trust and expect our manifestation, but it feels like I'm stuck in a cycle of expect and then nothing happens. Okay. I would say another good way to get out of failure consciousness is to practice, right? Practice with smaller things that you don't care about. Okay. That is what really has done it for me, is like seeing so many times what I want, whatever, being impossible or not available or whatever. I put my mind to it. It happens. Okay. I put my mind to it. It happens. That's happened so much that I can't give credit to anything but my mind. I know that my mind is the producer of all, and I don't know it from watching a video. I don't know it from reading a book. I know it from me doing it, you guys. Be doers of the word, not just hearers. Hearing is enough to excite you. Hearing is enough to say, wow, make you feel possible, hope. Oh, wow, it's possible for me to live the life of my dreams. But actually executing it is another thing. And it makes it real to you in another way. Just like I said in the beginning, the client that I was telling you guys about, she said when she manifested this perfect end for her, that is what clicked it into place for her, that this is all real. This is real. And she knew it was real. Obviously, she wouldn't be manifesting if she didn't know that. But when you have that experience of coming up against the mountain and telling it to move and it moves, well, then now you can't really doubt that. So practice, okay? Practice. Also, identity, okay? Realize that this is something that is so profound to me, you guys, because I want to talk about this in the ways of being stuck, all right? It's literally like if you're in... I wish I could show you guys the pictures in my mind. But it's like you're in a reality you're in a stuck reality. So it doesn't matter what you do. The reality is going to reflect to you that you're stuck. Not because you're stuck, but because you're in a stuck reality. Okay? So that's the identity that you're in. Now, in that identity of being stuck, the version of you that says I'm stuck is looking for something outside to prove to her that she's not stuck. So she's standing in, I'm stuck, and when are things going to shift so I can know that I'm actually not stuck, right? And so but the stuck reality has nothing but stuckness to show you. You see what I'm saying? So, but you coming into fulfillment, when you switch the consciousness and the identity that you're in, and therefore the reality that you're in, then you move into I'm not stuck. It's happening for me, or it's done for me. You switch reality. So now the things that appear to be stuck rearrange themselves because you can't be stuck in that reality. The biggest thing is, you guys, is that when you feel stuck, you're looking around at what's happening or what's not happening, and deducting from that I'm stuck because of look around. That's why I'm stuck. But understand that what's happening or not happening is a product of you believing that you're stuck. It's not actually that. For instance, if like my friend, right? One of my good friends lives in Boston, so it's cold there, right? So for him, it's cold. He's, like, I don't know, probably dealing with snow and stuff like that. For me, I'm in Atlanta. Like, I went outside today, it was like, I don't know, 57 degrees, Does that mean that snow doesn't exist? But if I'm in Atlanta looking around for snow to confirm its existence, I would really believe that there is no snow, because I'm looking where there is no snow, but it doesn't mean that there's no snow. It just means there's no snow where I'm at. Right? So when you're in your consciousness, you're looking around, my desire is not here. Yeah, it's here. It's just not in the consciousness that you're in. It doesn't mean it's not here. And so then again, it brings you back to the task of directing your consciousness, not directing the 3D. If y'all can take anything, I know I done said that about 3 things on this live already, but make your task directing your consciousness, not directing the 3D. As long as your task is directing the 3D, you're going to be hypnotized by the 3D. Your focus is all on the 3D. Oh my God, 3D, where's my movement? Oh, blah, blah, blah. But when your focus is on the consciousness of having it, first of all, you shift way quicker because your consciousness is so moldable. When you really know that, damn, an assumption, though false, if persistent and hardens it to fact, well, damn, consciousness is reality, and I'm literally in control of my consciousness. What else should I think about? Okay. What are the most fundamental lack thoughts in your opinion? I can't have what I want. It doesn't work for me. I don't get what I want. Yeah, I would say that. I don't get what I want. It doesn't work for me. I can't do this, that right there. I can't do this. You talking about you can't do it from a version that's 1 out of infinity. Sure, maybe one version of you can't do it. And really, that's not even true, right? When you believe, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. So it's not ever about whether you can or you can't. It's what are you believing and saying? Okay? All right. Things got bad. SP moved out weeks ago. I blocked him on Christmas Day and we haven't spoken. He's completely became the opposite of what I feel I deserve. I want us back together, but 10 times better. Okay, then you become that version. You decide that that's what it is, okay? Like, again, you guys, when it comes to the SP, you have to realize that they are reflecting you, all right? They're reflecting you. So you trying to get them to do this or be this or whatever, while still being the same version of self is not going, I won't even say it won't work because it could work, but you're not going to like it. Just like the other girl said up there, like, oh, SP's doing everything I want, but I don't feel it, because it's not about what they do. It's about how you want to feel. So Majestic Goddess, okay, love that name, by the way. You need to decide, who are you in this relationship? Who are you? How are you treated? Maybe like a majestic goddess. Maybe you're worshipped. And what does somebody who's treated like a majestic goddess and is worshipped, what does somebody like that believe about themselves? And take on those beliefs. Okay? Oh, wow. Happy New Year, Olivia. I wanted to share that after my session with you, I surpassed my glass ceiling of monthly income. I received 17K last month. Allison, girly. Yes, huge congratulations to you. That is amazing. I'm so proud of you. Of course you did. Allison is so amazing, you guys. She's a coach herself. Allison, I don't know if this is your YouTube channel, but I'm going to shout it out. Allison Holly, Awakening Guide. Allison has such beautiful, incredible energy, you guys. Like, she's literally like goddess in form, obviously. So yeah, that makes perfect sense that you made 17K, and I see you doubling that next month because money is just so easy for you. You realize, like, a glass ceiling, it's literally glass because I can see through it. Can't be real. It's glass because it's fragile. Broke that shit. And you're about to break it again. That's amazing. Congratulations, beautiful. This is funny. Natural Mystic Angel. Y'all, I love y'all names today. What's up with y'all? I love that. All right, how to get over my situation is different type beliefs. Okay. This, Like, you guys, a few things, okay? Refugee, thank you, beautiful. Okay, listen to success stories. That's the easiest, quickest way, right? Because everything that you done thought of, whatever you're thinking of has been done probably multiple times, okay? But that's, to me, honestly, you guys, that's just never true. There's no different situation. It's all a dream. It's all fantasy. Like, that's the thing to understand, y'all. It's all a product of your mind, natural mystic. And thank you, the M. I can't see your name fully, but thank you so much. Um, like, it's all like, you got to understand that this world is consciousness. That's the problem right there. There's a fundamental misunderstanding of the law, period. Because if your situation is different, well, that would mean that you're separate from everybody else, which you're not. You're one with everybody else. Anytime somebody says my situation is different, all I hear is I don't have the faith. I don't have the faith. I believe in lack. I believe I'm a victim. I don't believe I'm powerful. I don't believe I'm God, and I don't believe that all things are possible. And that's all. That's all the problems right there. Okay, when you know that this whole entire reality is a dream, this whole entire reality is your consciousness pushed out, then how could it be different? And honestly, you guys, you just don't have time. This is the thing, you guys. I've felt like that before. Oh, but I don't know. What about this, right? When I would be faced with situations that were like, I won't say life and death, but my well-being, or me having what I need or not. This is different. This is different. It's not different. The way that you thinking that, you are actually deciding that this is not available to me. Yeah, there's plenty of people who manifested and have it and have done it, but I'm just the one who can't do it. And who is saying that? Who's saying that? You're saying that. You're conditioning yourself as lesser than. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have time for that. That's the thing, y'all. If you want, listen to me. If you want what you want, you don't have time to say, oh, I'm the exception. I'm the one that won't get what I want. Oh, well, I don't have any movement. Oh, well, I don't really know. Oh, you don't got time for that. All you got time for is, wow, it's amazing. It happened. That's all you got time for. Okay? Okay. All right. Hi, Happy New Year. How to be in the state all day. Just saying I am, and well, not accepting thoughts that imply I'm not. Actually, yes. It's awareness, right? Am I identifying as powerful or powerless in this moment? Am I identifying with an unfavorable story or a favorable story? And something else too is being compassionate with yourself. When you find yourself maybe frustrated, maybe you didn't have the best day, maybe you're not feeling in the state, when you're able to say, you know what, that's okay, I'm still God, instead of, oh my God, look, I'm not in the state and now something's wrong with me and I did something wrong. Now you're further from the state. You're closer to the state when you say, I'm accepting that I'm good. I'm accepting that no matter how I'm feeling, I could be having tears in my eyes, but I'm still good. I'm still God. It doesn't matter, period. Okay? Thank you. I had a gathering yesterday. My friend who also knows him asked if I had spoken to him. I said yes, because I didn't feel like explaining overall. I do say we're working on things. Yeah, period. I love you guys. Hey, Olivia, I'm doing good with the SP 7-day challenge. 3D tried to get me today and I regulated. Now I'm out with family. I feel good being obsessed with me, as you should, y'all. As you should. Happy New Year's, beautiful Lyric Chanel. I love you. I love you all. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. I do have a favorite quote. My favorite quote is, the mind that perceives the limitation is the limitation. This quote has carried me through even when I wasn't into the law of assumption. Because when I was in law of attraction, I still had a very like, well, I'm God, so I can do whatever I want. Like, I remember in law of attraction, they're like, you have to be vegan. You can't, if you eat meat, that's like a low vibration, and you won't be able to vibe as high if you're like this. And I'd be like, but if I'm the creator of my reality, don't I get to create that too? I remember somebody telling me, you can't open your third eye before you balance your root chakra. You got to balance all your chakras. And really, you should spend like a year on each chakra. And I was like, damn, that sounds like a lot of time. Do I really got to do that though? Like, that was always like, really? For real? Because I don't know. Because if it's all up to me, then why should I agree with that if I don't like it? The mind that perceives the limitation is the limitation. The limitation is not it. The mind that perceives that I'm stuck is the stuckness. It's not that you're actually stuck. The mind that perceives I don't have this thing is the limitation. It's not that you don't have the thing. It's your mind. This is why I keep telling y'all to make your task your mind, not the 3D. Okay? Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you so much. A man, I can't say your whole name, but I'm gonna say a man. She says, or he says, I feel like becoming arrogant lately because of me feeling like real God. I don't know how to treat people lately. Well, how do you think God would treat people? Right? God would treat everyone as itself because they are. Okay. So this is the thing, you guys, because honestly, I mean, I won't say I'm all for being arrogant. I'll say I'm all for being cocky, right? I'm all for like feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have to mean looking down on others. And it really doesn't. To be honest, in my opinion, someone who is truly confident is not looking down on others because they're not looking at others. They're not concerned about others. Not in a I don't care about anybody but myself, but in a way that's like if you have to compare yourself to someone, if you have to be above somebody to feel good about yourself, it's not true confidence because it still has to do with something outside of you. True confidence is a feeling about self. You know what I'm saying? You guys are so sweet. Y'all gassing me in the comments. What do I think about dreams? I love dreams. I honestly, what I think about dreams, you guys, is us traveling dimensions. That's just how it feels to me. Not Gryffindor house. I don't know about all the houses and things, guys. I think that's the one that Harry was in. I think I should be in the one with Harry because he's the GOAT. So how do I feel about tarot readings? I feel like tarot readings read your energy. I feel like I can't lie, you guys. I've had very accurate tarot readings, like very accurate tarot readings, And so I don't demonize tarot readings. However, I believe that when you are creating your own reality, like you don't necessarily want somebody telling you what it's going to be. But what I find with most tarot readers, they're not really telling you what it's going to be unless that's what you're looking for, like a future reading. They're kind of telling you the energy that you're in, maybe the energy that you're moving out from, maybe the energy that's around you right now, And so I would say like you can take the tarot readings if you feel like you need clarity. That's kind of when I go to tarot, when I'm like, I'm not really sure what to do or where to focus or what, or if I feel like I'm in the right place right now, you know what I'm saying? Then you can go to tarot readings for that. Or however, like do what you want, but don't get addicted, right? Don't get dependent. Oh my God, what do I do today? What does tarot say? Can I do this or do that? Like, because tarot is changing with the realities and which is changing with your consciousness. Okay. Okay. Hi, Olivia. I know I'm banned from saying the E word, but my question is, can you manifest large sums of money through SATs within 2 weeks? Yes, you can, because you already manifested the money. Israel, what I need for you to do is get out of how do I manifest this thing and into I already manifested it. All of you guys here, I need you to open your ears this second, right the fuck now, and understand to get out of how do I make this be true? And it is true. Because how do I make this be true? And it is true are two simultaneous realities. And as long as you're in how do I get this to be true, you're in lack and you're going to continue to be there wondering how. Don't worry about the how. You did it already. In fact, all I read, Israel, was wow, I manifested all this money that I needed and more. It feels amazing. That's it. That's all you have time to give attention to. And I promise you guys, I promise y'all, I get it. I know when you quote unquote need something and it feels detrimental and it feels life or death, it's like, how can I focus on having it when I don't? Because you gotta. Comprendo? That's what it is, y'all. You have to. If you don't want to, if you want to focus on how terrible it is and how you're not going to get what you want, be a muggle. And I don't even be kidding when I say that, because as a muggle, you will get sympathy. They'll say, oh my God, poor you. You're so poor and broke. You probably need some assistance from the government that doesn't give two fucks about you. Let's go ahead and go about getting you that. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, the government is the problem. They're all the problems with us. If only the government was better, then we would have better jobs and better money and better bitches, better ingredients, better. I play too much. No, but seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you can do that. But if you're gonna be a mystic, you guys, if you're choosing to walk this mystical route, if you're choosing to be a manifester, if you're choosing to create from your mind, then you absolutely must focus on what you want, period. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you can't ever doubt or fear, but it means that your task is focusing on, wow, it's so amazing that I got what I want. Not focusing on, how do I get what I want? Am I getting what I want? Will I get what I want? Can I get what I want? All of those things are redundant to a God, and you got to recognize a real Don when you see one, okay? What would be a good way to go about attracting $500 now? What do you want the $500 for? See yourself doing that, having that. Okay. Enchanted Dreams Manifesting. Y'all, good golly. I love y'all's names. I love hearing your opinions and thoughts on things. I love hearing your opinions and thoughts, Summer. Yes, Refugia. You made another one. Okay, period. I have some success stories. Yes, plural. I need to email you. Please feel free to share as well. You are the truth. I love that. I can't wait to read them, girl. I will be sharing them. Okay. I keep affirming because there's a power in it for me, but sometimes I miss him so much and then everything affects me like 3D. Like I don't know how to deal with my feelings and thoughts about him. Don't make it an issue. Okay? Like, this is the thing, y'all. You don't have to, just because whatever experience you're having, oh, I'm sad, oh, I miss them, oh, whatever, okay? It doesn't have to be an issue. Y'all, you got to think about it like this, okay? Let me throw this at y'all another way. How many people do you know who know absolutely nothing about manifestation, who know absolutely nothing about affirming and self-concept, and they still get their ex back? It's not a requirement for you to be perfect to get your ex back. It's not even a requirement to be a goddess, to be knowing that you're a goddess to get your ex back. Muggles can get their ex back. You can get your ex back. Just make the experience all right. The difference is the muggle is not sitting here like, oh my God, I was scared today. I guess he's not coming back, right? They don't know no better, okay? So this is the thing. You just get to, you know better, and that's fine. But you just get to decide that, you know what, nothing is stopping this. It's inevitable, you guys. When your reality, if it's done, what does it matter what's going on? Okay? If it's done, what does it matter that you cried? Doesn't matter if you called him and cussed him out. If it's done, it doesn't matter. Obviously, all of that resolved itself, period. No gas, all facts, period. Reality Goddard Fest. Reality Goddard Fest. How about I listened to Reality Goddard Fest? She was like, commented on one of my TikToks. She's like, play Gorgeous by T Grizzly. I listen to that every single day. Reality Goddard Fest. I love it so much. Okay, how to frame being the God of my reality while being a Christian. Ooh, we are in interesting territory here. Okay, so actually, you know, you being God of your reality is in the Bible. You know, it's not even, and it's not even in, like, of course, you can read the Bible and interpret it the way that Neville did and kind of read between the lines and things like that, but it's literally in there very plainly. You are God's. I can't even say, I don't know the verse to tell you that. But as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Jesus saying, all the things I'm doing, you can do and more. I and my Father are one. It's all throughout. Manifestation is all throughout the Bible, y'all. It's all throughout the Bible. Let's focus on Jesus saying that all the things that he's doing, you can do and more. How could that be true? Okay, if Jesus was is God's only son, okay, the only person that's had godlike power, then how would we be able to do what he's doing and more? Why would he say that? Okay, because and here's another way to think about it. All right, God is omnipresent. This is the way that I think about it. Okay, God is omnipresent. What does that mean? It means present in all. It means that God, if God is omnipresent, present in all, there is nothing that God is not in. This is why I really don't believe in the devil, y'all. How is going to be a devil? How the most powerful being ever to be have an op? If the all powerful being that's been here from the beginning of time started time itself, press the button like, all right, now start going. Well, that would mean that he would have had to say, all right, I guess I need some ops. You know what I'm saying? Conjure up the devil. So if he conjured it up, then the creation can't really be no op. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that so? But anyways, let me get back to the point. God is omnipresent, right? So God is present in all. So God is present in me, and present in my shirt, and present in the door, and present in the plant, and present in my cat. And the difference between me and my door and my shirt, right, is that I can contemplate that. My shirt is not aware of anything. My shirt just is. It's not like, wow, Hogwarts, this isn't the shirt. This isn't the tone of red I want it to be. I need to go to the tanning bed to get more dark red. You know, I didn't want to be this red. And I didn't want to be on this girl. I wanted to be on another girl. Like, the shirt is just, it just is. It don't know. It doesn't know anything. The shirt's not like, wow, I'm a shirt. It doesn't know anything. It just is. I know that I am, though. I know that I am. I'm knowing that I am. So then who's knowing and who is? We have the ability to contemplate, well, if I am Olivia, who is Olivia? If I'm Olivia, and who's Olivia? If I'm listening, if I'm speaking, then who's hearing me talk? There's a part of me that's speaking, and there's a part of me aware of what I'm saying. Then what's that? How can something be aware of what I'm saying and not be me? Right? So it's really just understanding, getting your Bible. You know what I'm saying? Maybe listen to people like Reverend Ike, listen to people like Neville who teach out the Bible. And honestly, you'll see that manifestation and Christianity are not separate, you know? Zipporah, I'm looking to buy the spiritual Bible book you mentioned in a live previously. Yes, it is called the Metaphysical Bible. I think it's right here. Yes. The Metaphysical Bible Dictionary by Charles Fillmore. Since 3D doesn't matter, so whatever we do in 3D, it doesn't really matter too. Yes, but what you believe about what you do in 3D matters. So here's the thing, right? So people say, oh, well, 3D doesn't matter. So what I do in 3D doesn't matter, right? So I'm going to quit my job right now and, you know, whatever. But you believe like, oh, but I mean, jobs are the only way for me to get money. And now you're broke and you're like, oh my God, I'm scared. You see what I'm saying? Does it matter that you quit your job? No, but it matters that you believe right now that your only source of income is that job, and now you quit and now you don't believe you have a source of income. You see what I'm saying? I'm dealing with a painful health issue. I know that I can choose my desired reality, but this really sucks. And I'm worried it could affect the trip I'm going on soon. Thank you for being amazing, Liv. Okay, Kimmy. I'm sorry that that's going on, first of all. And second of all, I actually love that you're going on a trip because that's exactly what you can use, okay? So you're going to see yourself on your trip, whatever it is that you're in pain, like if it's your arm, you're going to see yourself like waving your arms all around. If it's your legs, you're going to see yourself like twerking or something. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that's hurting, you're going to see yourself doing whatever it is that you feel like you physically can't do and enjoying it and feel it. You're going to act it out as if you're doing it. You're going to fall asleep doing that every single night. Thank you, Latosh. That's so cute. OMG. But yeah, revise the pain as well, Kimmy. Whatever started to cause that, go back. No, it didn't. And also, you can use I remember when. That actually works very well for pain. I remember when I was feeling in so much pain that I thought I wasn't going to enjoy this trip. And now I just had the most lit time ever. Okay? So yeah. Florence mixes God, the Bible with manifestation really well. Check it out if you want to blend the two. Yeah, Florence Scovel-Shin is the shit as well. Princess, damn, girl. Sometimes the issue is a desire for control, not the SP. Sheesh. Sheesh. Ooh. Hi, Olivia. What's the easiest and fastest way to shift your beliefs? Decide that you can shift them easily, right? But actually, you know what? It's you not being identified with any belief or experience. That's the fastest way. When you understand that you're not any of this, anything, anyway. When you're like, oh my God, I've always been rejected in my life, and that's how it is. And Tommy rejected me, and Johnny rejected me, and Jill rejected me, and I'm rejected. And you really are like, you're in agreement with that. You're like, I'm rejected. Oh my God. And you really believe that's who you are. That's the problem. You're like, oh my God, yeah, this is who I am. You look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Young Doll said, I look in the mirror, my reflection, a bag of money. That's what you should be saying instead. Big bag of that shit, a reflection, a bag of money. No, but anyways, like when you understand that whatever beliefs and experiences and identification that you've had is just that, it's just a story. That's the way I look at it. A story, a role, a version of self. It's not who you are fundamentally. When you realize that you are not the state, but the chooser of the state. You're not the I am Olivia, you're the I am being Olivia. So I'm not conditioned to Olivia's experience. Definitely not conditioned to any version of Olivia's experience. You see what I'm saying? So once I know that I'm not actually any of the beliefs anyways, none of the beliefs are mine to carry anyway, what does it matter? I choose it. See the world and yourself as moldable. Decide that it's easy. What if it was? What if it was easy and instant for you to change your beliefs? That's one of the best things I've ever heard from Kathleen Cameron. If you guys are into money or sales or business, y'all should be looking at her. Kathleen Cameron and Myron Golden, two like top people that I found last year in sales and money mindset. Okay. So yeah, it's easy for you to shift your beliefs. Decide that. What if it was? It would be amazing. Okay. Florence Scoville Shin. There we go. Thank you guys. Y'all are so amazing. Ooh, my favorite beauty product is definitely this mascara right here. It's the answer to my prayers, okay? It's a Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte. And I love it so much because it makes my lashes so long, but it also has lash growth serum in it. So it's growing my lashes while also simultaneously being the best mascara I've ever used. So this is my favorite. All right, you guys. I'm about to slide now. It's well over an hour. I was about to say Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm intending that this prospers you all immensely, and I'm sure that it has. If you guys would like to join 3D Mastery and definitely be Leviosa-ing your, your reality, getting everything that you want, then totally join 3D Mastery. You can right now. There's still early bird pricing, even though we start on Tuesday. So you only have a little bit of time. Once it starts, you can't join. So join now, okay? You can also work with me one-on-one if you'd like to. But I am sending you all infinite love. Infinite love. I love you all so much. You guys are so powerful, beautiful, amazing, perfect. Everything you want is already yours. In fact, all I read today was success stories. I kept looking for the questions, but all you guys were saying was, wow, I got what I wanted. My SP is back. My money is here. My house is here. My health is amazing. Yeah, and that's exactly how it should be. All right, you guys, I love you infinitely, intending it prospers you immensely. I know that it has, and I will see you guys in a video soon.